Hello and welcome to the review of Battlefield 1943. Okay, before I start anything, I'd like to warn you, please, before you even think of buying this game, make sure that you're on an Xbox Live or PSN account which is over 18 years old. Because there are a lot of people which are pissed off that they can't play because they're not adults. Because EA seems to like to piss people off by making you be 18 to play games. This doesn't only apply to Battlefield, it applies to FIFA, it applies to pretty much everything. Okay, let's start off with the gameplay. Overall, this gameplay runs, the games, it's very similar to first-person shooters like Call of Duty and Call of Duty World at War and stuff. It's a simple shooter. They have a nice weight system, more or less like Killzone 2, where he sort of shakes around when he runs. Okay, there are a lot of vehicles in this game as well. There are jeeps, tanks, planes, and each vehicle has two different versions. As this game is based around World War II, there's the Japanese and the American version of the tank. There's the Japanese and American version of the jeep and planes. Okay, so there's pretty much two ways you can play this. You can play this by being on land killing people, or you can play this by being on a plane. They're equally fun. Just the plane's a little bit harder to handle. You have to actually play through the tutorials to actually get a grip of it. Okay, there are three classes in this game. There is the Rifleman class, there is the Scout class, which is a sniper. So the Rifleman, you go around with a Garand, an M1 Garand. Sniper, you go around with a sniper instead. And then, of course, there's infantry. Infantry, as normal infantry, you walk around with a machine gun. Each class has a different sub-weapon. Of course, they have general weapons and they have the subs. The Scout has a pistol. The Rifleman has a grenade launcher, which attaches to his Garand. And then the infantry has a rocket launcher. So if you want to blow up tanks, I recommend you get a rocket launcher, which is the infantry. Of course, the sniper also has dynamite, so if a tank comes nearby you, you have C4. You can always just put some C4 on it, and it'll blow up instantly. I think it only takes one C4, I'm not sure. Okay, features: planes can drop bombs. They drop two bombs, and they have a short 10-second loading time for the next bombs. Okay. Tanks, two people can go in a tank, and vehicles such as jeeps, 3 people, and planes, only 1 person can fly it. Okay, there are 3 maps in this game. There's Wake Island, Iwo Jima, and Guadalcanal. Wake Island is supposed to be an island in the Pacific. It's the biggest map. It looks like it. It was conquered by the Americans. So this one, it's sort of a horse-shaped island, so it's good to have a tank to bomb villages. That's pretty much all you do in the game. You go around, bomb villages, then you kill people, of course, in the villages. And you try to go up a rank, because you want to be the best. You want to be on top of a scoreboard in this game. Alrighty, now, what else? Guadalcanal is perfect for snipers, because it's very hilly. It's in the west coast of Australia. So just get a sniper or a rifle. And yeah, if you want to know some tips, I'll be making a tip video. Because right now I can't be playing Battlefield 1943 because on the video this is not me playing this. Because I'm not 18. I can't play. I created a test account, and not to have to play and buy Xbox Live, I just, don't play it. I'll wait until I'm 18. for, just to find a better solution. I emailed EA a few times, see if they can help me. Then Iwo Jima is sort of a mixed island. There are some hills, but it's mostly for infantry. Right, now let's talk a bit about the graphics. Okay, as you can see, the graphics are really good for a downloadable game. By the way, this game only costs $14 on PSN and around 1,200 on Xbox Live. So the graphics, as you can see, are great for a first-person online downloadable shooter. Very similar to Battlefield Bad Company 2, running on the same engine. And the character models are detailed, so if you run into someone, you'll see that their faces are very detailed. No facial expressions though, they're always serious. Okay, explosions are also nice. You know, you can blow up trees by shooting them, you can blow up lots of pieces of the environment, just as Battlefield Bad Company. You can, as you see here, you can blow up a wall, run through it. Then, of course, the explosions look pretty nice. You know, they're pretty average. I mean, I've seen better. Far Cry 2 is better explosions. Way better. Fire doesn't spread, and cars stay on fire after being exploded. Right. So, some destructible environments, not too many. Air raids look really cool. If you're in a bomber, you can, when you blow stuff up, it looks really, really cool. Just to drop an air raid on a village and just get loads of points for every kill. It looks really nice. The water it feels like a layer. It just doesn't feel like water like Far Cry. I'm sorry I'm comparing everything with Far Cry. It's such a good game, in my opinion. The water just seems like a layer of plastic. It doesn't really feel like water. It doesn't move very much. You shoot it, of course, and it moves somewhat. So there's some realism. Characters look good. Environments, as you can see, look a little bit cartoony. I don't know if you noticed that as well, but I think they look a bit cartoony. If you've played Battlefield Heroes, also by EA, that's a really cartoony shooter. So this has some influence on that. As you can imagine, this game, it has no basic story. As you can see in the gameplay, I mean, there's no story. It just has one objective. You go around, you kill people who are in your way, blow up tanks and jeeps, and conquer bases. Each base will give you 30 points, and, you know, not much else. There aren't any characters, except for those 3 classes. Other than that, you know, it's just a one objective game. There are only 2 modes in this game. There's this mode, which is called Quick Match, and there's also Air Superiority. Air Superiority is a mini game. It's the same concept of blowing things up and dying, and killing people, but you do this in a plane. So you're going flying around over a map called Coral Sea, which is an exclusive air superiority one. So you cannot play with it with people, and you just play on that, and it's a dogfight mode pretty much. So yeah, there's no story that is relevant or should be mentioned in this video. All right, overall, this game is above average. I'll give you a rating at the end of the video, but I seriously think that this game is good, just as a game to keep you waiting for Battlefield Bad Company 2, because that's the real stuff we're waiting for. EA knows it, everyone knows it, okay? So gameplay is good, it feels like a shooter. I think that the sprinting, the person could sprint a little bit faster, and they could show the gun moving around when you sprint. Explosions are nice, graphics are good, they're detailed. It's nice to have destructible environments. Only a few complaints which I have are the fact that you have to be over 18 to play this game, and it